Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So another busy week on the farm. I had no videos up on Wednesday because kind of a repeat of what we've been doing the last couple of weeks. We were getting our drilling finished. On Monday we put out dung on there's about 33 acres. On Tuesday we began ploughing and drilling that, finished that on Wednesday, and that kind of finished off all the drilling, dung spreading, all that kind of stuff for this end of the year, or this part of the year. Yeah, great to have that done and dusted, and it all got in and finished in very good weather, so it couldn't be better. Then I had the 3650 back out on the mower. You can see it here behind me. Had it back out again on that. We had another bit of silage to make. We made, there was 8 acres which was cut for second cut silage, first and second cut silage. We took another cut of bales of that, and then another small, there's about 4 acres, 4.5 acres in another field, mowed it down as well. So kind of more or less finished all the silage. Didn't think there was that much silage on either of those two bits. Kind of just going to graze them with sheep over the winter, but we went and looked at them. More grass than what we thought on them, so we said, okay, we'll mow it down, get it into bales, and if we don't use it, we can sell it. So it's just one of those things, but great to have all that done and dusted. Before we get looking at the hitch, don't forget, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit the sub button. Costs you nothing, but does help the channel and helps push it on with the YouTube algorithm. Leave a like on the video if you enjoy it, or if you can do that, well and good. And also, any questions, any comments, pop them down in the comment section. Again, all these interactions help the channel, and it's very much appreciated if you can do that. So let's have a look at this hitch. Alright, so 3650, as I mentioned, was out this week again. Busy on the mower, no issues once more, and that's fantastic. The only thing I haven't showed you on it yet is the hitch. I haven't showed it because I was waiting until everything was finished with it. I didn't want showing to you it half done, but all is finished with it now. I'm going to have a little look at it. Now, you might remember, it's a European tractor, so it come with a drawbar firstly, and then it come with a hitch that's kind of bolted onto the back of it. Strong enough set up. There's like a spud that sticks up that you can drop the trailer onto. The trailer drops onto it, and it works well. It had a slurry tanker on it. I had our silage trailer on it, collected meal, collected potatoes. It worked well, but it's no pack up hitch. You're jacking up trailers, reversing in, lining it up, letting it down. Not simple, you know. So we searched for an axle hitch. So an axle hitch was what was on the 50 series originally when they come here in the UK and Ireland. Couldn't get an axle hitch. Any that you could get wore out. So because they were expensive. If you could get one, they were expensive to buy. You'd need to spend a lot of money on them, then doing them up, bushing them all up, getting them back into some kind of condition where you'd be able to use it, that it wouldn't be ready to fall off the tractor. So that wasn't really an option. You can buy, Dramone does a hitch. There's another company I think does a hitch as well. So you can get hitches that are done. They're bulky looking lads. They have awkward looking threaded bar coming up out of them. You have to open the window, stick your hand out to trip the hitch, pulling a lever, and they're not neat, they're not a nice job, so that wasn't an option either. We weren't going to go down that road. So left us with, the only thing then that we could think of was, what if we went for something a little fresher, something a little newer style hitch, and put that onto it, and that's what we've done. So we've modified a newer hitch and put it on the tractor. So it's the hitch of like a 20 series, 30 series John Deere. Now, the hitch itself come from John Connaughty's, who's based in Kells. We've got a lot of stuff at Connaughty's. I'll show you all the stuff as we go through the video. So we went up to John and told him what we were looking for. He said, hitch is down in the yard. He says, go down and see if there's anything that suits you. So that's what we done. Drove down the yard, had a look to see what suited. Found a really good hitch of 20 series, 30 series Deere. Very little wear, had hardly been used. You can see that's the crook there. I've painted it yellow, but you can see there's little or no wear on it. And we had a bit of modifications then to do it. And great bunch of lads who are based in Market Hill, in just down the road from us here, just in the north of Ireland. The Moore brothers, they modified it and done a smashing job on it. You can see basically from here up, they had to make this whole section here that goes around the PTO. They modified the new type guard as well. and got it all fitting up, squared up, and it looks like something that come out of John Deere. These guys are geniuses when it comes to this sort of stuff. They had to do a bit of modifications as well on the bottom end of the hitch where it bolts onto the bottom of the tractor, and they also made up the lift arms here, these bars. They're all completely newly made, same as we got. Brother-in-law of mine, he and his brother have a 3350, and they took the arms off theirs, so the lift arms, so we were able to just completely copy these, and they were made up then just exactly the same. So yeah, super job, absolutely delighted with it. We even have the push out end of it working, having it connected here at the minute. I'll connect it there in a moment and you'll see it. I just have the 2 pipes sitting in here. Ideally, love of this tractor had to have a third spool valve, so if anyone has a complete kit for putting the third set of spools on it, give me a shout, because I'm looking for it. Alternatively, we have thought about putting a solenoid in and connecting it in on one of the, maybe connecting the pipes in lower down, and having, you can flick a switch, still pull the lever, and it'll direct it, and it'll work the hitch instead, and it'll save hooking in and out. So we might do something with that in the future as well. But yeah, absolutely fantastic job. We've tried it. We had 12 tonne of potatoes on a trailer that hadn't been tipped. I took it down, hitched it onto it, lifted it straight up, latched it in. So didn't use the crook of it because it's painted. I used the crook of the 6.4 on it, and yeah, worked absolutely perfect. So that is the hitch, an absolutely brilliant job. Just couldn't be happier with it. And the fact that it has the newer type PTO guard as well, and it all fits in nicely, and it just looks really well. So yeah, delighted with that. So, seeing it working there, works absolutely perfect, and the fact that it pushes out, great visibility for hooking on and off trailers, and yeah, brilliant, delighted with that. You might also see this here little spring on it. Purchase one of those, even though we don't need it, because we have stabilising arms on it, which I'll also show you in a second. But these were on them when they were new, and seen them for sale. They're not that, they're fairly inexpensive, and yeah, just thought it'd be a nice addition to have it on it. Yeah, as you can see, pipes just come around, connect in here. I just connect in the bottom. You can put them in the top one if you want, and then plug them out if you need to use the two spools for anything. So nothing really major. Now the latch. You see, we had to reroute. It's a little bit different than the hose on originally. We had to reroute the new cable here for tripping the hitch. So took it up, just had to put a hole here in the bottom, nice neat hole. See, that's all actually all muck in there, but yeah, nice little neat hole at the bottom. There's a little rubber then grommet that goes into it, and inside then, alright, so the lever. Same lever as what's in the newer tractors, as you can see, located basically in the same position as the newer tractors, so very easy to reach around and trip it. And had to be some modifications done with this, so the Moore brothers were back in action in here too. A plate was made that bolts on to the back of the cab, and the plate then just steps out around the upholstery, and the lever itself then is mounted onto that plate. So all very strong. It's in there out of the way, can't really see it, not an issue. And yeah, fantastic job. Yeah, pulls exactly the same as in the newer tractors, which is what we wanted, and yeah, doesn't feel out of place. So nice and neat inside, and again, really nice job done on that. So onto the stabilising arms. These come from Co.louth as well. This is exactly the same kind of a stabilising arm here. It's actually, I can't see any different in it and what's come on the 6.4 and the 6.930. It's exactly the same. So it's the it's adjustable, so you can screw it here and adjust it, and it's got the spring in it, so it keeps it pushed away from the wheel, if you like, keeps it pushed into the centre. Yeah, so that comes from Connolly's. The bracket here on the bottom came from Connolly's, and also the U-bolt. We took that, or got that on a tractor down in the yard that was scrapped. So yeah, all that came from Connolly's. This side then, this is the rigid stabilising arm, which has a chain on there that it pulls up, and then it allows it to become free if you're ploughing or that. You can set it. So again, that came from Connolly's. The actual bracket itself was made by the Moore brothers once again, so they done all that end of it, and we just had to pop a couple of, there's 4 bolts on it, and yeah, so yeah, really nice job on that too. And there was no stabilising arms at all on this tractor, so we had to sort something out with that, because when you have implements on it, even the more that you want it nice and steady when you're driving on the road. This here came from Connolly's as well. It's the lever for the cable for pulling tripping the hitch. So yeah, lots of bits and pieces from Connolly's. We got a lot of stuff from John Connolly's. We also got the stickers. I mentioned that in the video before. They are without a doubt the closest, or I'd call them an exact match to what's originally on the 50 series. So I'd be sticked up for those little things, and really happy with how they turned out. So if you're looking for any parts, give Connolly's a shout and they will sort you out. Yeah, big thank you to the Moore brothers. Done super work on the tractor as well. Yeah, wouldn't have been able to do the hitch like they did. So yeah, they done a fantastic job. They're the same guys who done the trailer as well. So yeah, you'll see more about the trailer in the coming weeks. What else do I want to talk about? Oh yes, I want to show you something else. The other thing I wanted to show you was the battery. It was very kindly supplied by local motor factors, Carroll Parts. My father's a motor mechanic, so he would get a lot of stuff through from Carroll Parts, and have done down through the years. So we know them very well. Here they were doing this job. I said, yeah, we'll see if we can do something with you on a battery or something. So they did, and both them and Exide batteries got together and supplied us with the battery for the tractor. Wasn't expecting it, and very kindly come up. They got the dimensions of the battery box off us. Got the biggest, strongest battery that they could for the tractor that would fit into it, and yeah, brilliant. Starts 100%. The old battery that was in it was getting a little bit lazy, so yeah, very happy with that. Exide, we've been using Exide batteries for a long time. We've had them in a lot of our vehicles, and yeah, they're an excellent battery. So very happy to have been able to work with them on that. And yeah, if you're looking for batteries, give Carroll Parts in Dundalk a shout if you're local to us, and they'll sort you out with a battery. Exide, very, very good battery. So yeah, big thank you to them. So there you go. That's the hitch on the 3650. Absolutely delighted with how it's turned out. Better than I could have ever even imagined. And we're looking forward to really get using it now over the coming months. Tractors, the unfortunate thing is that the tractor's only just finished when really the most or the majority of the work now of the year is finished. But I feel lucky to have got using it on the tractor, on the baler and on the mower. And I will be using it. I'll take it maybe to collect some meal or some potatoes over the winter, and you'll be seeing lots more of it then next springtime when all the work starts in earnest. So I'm looking forward to that myself. So yeah, great. These classics, you want to keep them all alive and keep them as good as we can. Just before we go, I want to wish a happy birthday to Joseph Porter. Joseph, I know Joseph through they collect our straw. They buy straw from us. Himself, his dad, and his dad, Norman. They collect buy a lot of straw here in North Louth, and just across the border as well, and sell the straw on. So big happy birthday to Joseph. Your mum was in touch with us, and yeah, she said it was your birthday coming up, and I said I'd wish you happy birthday on a video around the time. So big happy birthday, and I'll see you next year when you're collecting straw. So that's it for today's video. Hope you all enjoyed it. We will see you in the next one during the week. Don't know what we're going to be at. Probably cattle walk, but we'll see. Don't forget, if you're not already subscribed, hit the sub button. Comment on the video, like the video, all that kind of stuff. Go out and do it. See you in the next one.